Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here for our final project presentation of our database system classes, CSCE 413/813. I'm Raul Tayo.
I'm Nyahan Hu.
So today we are going to talk about the life quality of the state of Maryland in the different counties. So let's go about, here's the overview of our project presentation today. We are going to first talk about the project goal and then the data. Then we are going to talk about the entity relation diagram. Then we are going to talk about the implementation, then the result and analysis. We are going to talk about future work, conclusion, and finally, question. So the project goal. The project goal for this project was to predict the future living condition and demographic change in the state of Maryland. We also wanted to predict the future development of local businesses from this data. And finally, we wanted to find the correlation between certain attributes like how average salary affect the neighborhood in different counties in Maryland. So now talking about the data, we use several data from the government to build our data set. The first data that we used was the population demographic from the US Census Bureau. We also get some data from the Unemployment Rate Bureau of Labor Statistics, US Department of Labor. And we also get another data from the crime statistics, the Maryland Statistic Analysis Center. And finally, the last data when we got was the one from the median income, still from the US Bureau of Economic Analysis. So here's our entity relational diagram. Here you can see that the gender has attribute county year ratio. We have race attribute county year distribution, and so on, so on. And this is the relational diagram where you can see all the different entities in table that we are having in this project presentation. So for the implementation, to implement our project, we use the MLPQ's software, which was the database software provided by our course instructor to get the job done. We also use the plan function, which is the MATLAB code that helps us to find the constraint implementation ready to use with MLPQ. And we also find another MATLAB 5 also provided by our instructor, which was called the I2V2C function. For the processing data, the data that we got was discrete data with the slow processing time in the MLP. That the data cannot interpolate times in between given data. And also, we use the plan function to approximate data using the piecewise function to help the function to be the way that the MLQ software will be using it. And let's talk about now the implementation. On this slide, you can see some implementation that we did on the MLPQ software. Like here, we have some line from the table male, female, which is one of the population table. And on the bottom, we have like another screenshot of the violent crime rate, which is another table with the attribute county ID year rate. And here now for the result analysis, I'm gonna pass the floor to my colleague.
Okay, thank you everyone. This table, this slide will show us the Maryland the maps address and maps constraint database. We use tools to create from the picture to show you the MLPQ to show the Maryland the map. And next page, next slide. Okay, this slide we create a lot of database and the tables to show the information about the employment rate and the property claim rate and the Maryland's income. Next page, thank you. And the query, this table will show the ratio of the main and to filming in the certain county at a certain moment. You know, we input the county's ID and the years. We could get the employment rate. And the next is we could query the cities, every county's area. You know, we could input the county's X position and Y position, and we could get the exact position from the map. Next page. Okay, this page will show the give us we could find out the county's population is more than another county. We could use this method to find the population, which population is more than another counties. So we could compare the population between the two counties. And the next is what's the employment ratio in different counties. We could get the employment ratio based on the different county. We could find our interesting place to live and to find a job. Next page. Next page. Okay. Okay, we could from this page to show the most population, maximum population in the county list. You know, if we use the aggressive function to find the maximum population in the counties. Okay.
So thank you, Naya, for the description of the different query that we did to enhance our work. So for the conclusion that we are talking about right now, let's say for this project was about to build a solid database for the state of Maryland, and then use the MLPQ software to query some of the relationship between the different tables in order to improve or predict the resident life quality in the state of Maryland. This project was also about learning how to use that MLPQ software, since it was a software that was introduced to us by our instructor at the beginning of this semester, and it was a good thing to learn. A good thing to learn that software. And finally, we'll say that the project also was to enhance the real situation in the state of Maryland toward the different county by querying those relationships to better understanding how the population is related to the county, or how we could improve the living style of the county or the living style of the state of Maryland toward those queries. For the future work, that can be done to enhance more this project, we'll say that if we can build a large database with the whole country instead of just the state of Maryland, that would be a lot better. This project will be a lot better and helpful, not only for the state of Maryland, but also for different states in the United States or for the whole country. We also found that adding more data, like more entity and table, will also being a good thing to make a very, very good project. And finally, we think like we actually during this presentation, we made some query in order to enhance our job and in order to understand the different relationship between each table. But we found out that those queries that we did wasn't enough, and that in the future that part could be improved. So this is all about our presentation that we have today. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everyone. So thanks.
Thank you.